I did a list of countries here on the best passports as far as visa-free travel, tax laws. I did this a while back, but I've updated this more recently. And I wanted to bring this out to you because so many people are trying to go in so many different directions, and they might be picking a country that has a good passport, but they got really bad tax laws. So what I've done is I've actually gone in and I've weeded out the ones that either didn't allow dual citizenship, had bad tax laws, their visa-free travel was bad. Believe it or not, on this list, St. Kitts is not even on the list. And the reason why is I only went down so far on the list. St. Kitts does have a good visa-free travel, so does Antigua, but these countries have better visa-free travel. Now, some of these do have really good tax laws. You can conceptually get your taxes to zero on these. None of these really have what I call a fast track program, okay? So you're taking a chance. Again, though, the ones at the very top are a lot more predictable in getting the passports. What you'll find out is the countries that have the worst tax laws also have the most predictability on actually getting the passport, which is too bad, because usually the countries that are not predictable, they're actually the ones that are more lackadaisical in you getting the passport. They're also more lackadaisical in trying to collect taxes, and they've got really good tax laws, but you don't get everything. So anyway, I'm gonna go through these. Some of these are actually on the same level. Like you might have 3 at 7 or number 7 and so forth. So anyway, I'm gonna go down real quick. Singapore was number 1 in 195 countries visa-free or visa-free on arrival. Singapore, I like everything about it except it doesn't allow dual citizenship. You always want to be able to allow to get citizenship with other countries. If you cannot do it, there's no freedom there, I tell you, okay? And I mentioned to people before why you want a second passport that allows dual citizenship, because if you go to a country again and you have a problem with that country where you got the passport in, and then you've gone to another country that you don't have a passport in, you only got that one passport, let's say it's Singapore, and you won't be able to renew that residency in that other country, because you have to have a valid passport to continuously reside in that country. So if if you got a Singapore passport and you're residing in Panama and you got a problem in Singapore and that's your only passport, you got a problem, okay? Because when that renewal comes up for the residency in Panama, you're going to have a passport in Singapore that eventually will expire. And they won't, more than likely, if you got a real problem, they won't renew that passport unless you solve that problem. That's the biggest problem that you've got with countries that don't allow dual citizenship, and this can be a real problem. So you got to make sure that you go with a passport that allows dual citizenship. It's real important that you do that. Number 2 is Italy, Germany, France, Japan, and Spain at 192 countries. The problem with these countries is all of them that I've listed here on number 2, they all tax worldwide income if you live there. Now, number 3 has got the first good one. Number 3, you got Austria, Finland, Ireland, and Luxembourg. Now, the thing I like about all of those have really bad tax laws except for Ireland. Now, I will say something about Ireland. Ireland's got really bad tax laws if you're domiciled there, but if you're not domiciled, they've got some of the best tax laws in the world. They got a total taxation based on remittance basis if you're non-dom, which means that you're taxed on only money that you bring in the country. And they've got a phenomenal passport. The only thing you got to deal with is you're going to have to reside there. It's going to take you about 6 years to get the passport. Very predictable place to get a passport, but I'm going to tell you something. Once you get that passport, you can go almost everywhere. And the only thing you got to deal with is the weather. The weather's really bad there, but I'll tell you, that's a really good passport. I'll tell you, it's one of the best in the world. And I don't see Ireland doing what the UK did and ending their non-dom period. Remember, the UK, they started to shorten the non-dom period, and then they finally eliminated it. And now there's so many people who've left the country from it, and I think Ireland sees this, and that They don't want to lose all this wealth. And that's how Ireland attracted so many people there, because Ireland was going through a tremendous, really bad time 30, 40, 50 years ago. People were leaving the country and they came up with a great idea, come out with really good corporate tax rates, and they never changed the non-dom system. They've had that for many, many years. And what's happened is it drew in all kinds of wealthy people coming through there. So, you know, I don't see the Republic of Ireland. You know, you've got part of Ireland is in the UK, but I'm talking about the Republic of Ireland. They've got really, really good tax laws if you are a non-dom. That's the key right there. Now, another good one, at number 4, you're looking at Belgium, Denmark, New Zealand, Norway, Switzerland, and the UK at 190 countries. There's none of them here that have good tax laws. Switzerland's pretty good, but you're not going to get your taxes to zero. They're probably the best on that level there. But again, that gives you 190 countries visa-free or visa-free on arrival that you can go to. Number 5 is Australia, Czech Republic, and Portugal at 189 countries. Portugal pretty much has done away with their good tax laws. I would not choose any of those countries. And remember, most of these countries here, the biggest disadvantage I didn't even mention is you're going to have to get that language under your belt. They require you to learn another language to get that passport. So man, that's probably the biggest disadvantage when you're trying to get a second passport, is having to learn a foreign language. If you already know the language, that's fine. But if you don't, I would tell you to steer away from it. That's one thing I like about Ireland. English speaking, there's no test no test you even have to take there at all, even in English. And whether they change that, I don't know in the future. We'll see what happens. But again, Ireland is one of the best residency periods out there, residency by investment systems I've seen out there, because of this non-dom system, dual citizenship. They got really good passport. I mean, you can go just everywhere with that passport. Number 6 is Greece and Poland. That's the 188 countries. The problem with these is both of these are high tax countries. If you live there, they tax you on your worldwide income. That's the problem with this. It's just invariably all of these countries, just about at the top, you have problems either with allowing dual citizenship, or they tax you on your worldwide income. Again, Ireland is the best one I've mentioned so far. You've got Canada, Malta, and Hungary at number 187. Now, let me just tell you some problems that you have with Malta. Malta does have a non-dom system, but their fast track program is not really a fast track program. It's going to take you it's going to take close to 2 years to get everything through there. And you're looking at about $1 million that you're going to have to invest if you go through the fast track program. The slow track program, the residency, you're looking at 18 years. I don't care what anybody tells you. We've checked with top lawyer, we've worked with people doing this. You're looking at 18 years before you can apply for the passport. That's a long period of time. They've got a non-dom system, but the non-dom still makes you, they have a minimum that you have to pay of 5,000 euros a year, even if you're not bringing in enough money to be taxed on it with the non-dom system. There are better programs in Malta. If I was you, I would not pick it myself, okay? But they do have, I would put it behind Ireland is a second as far as visa-free travel and the best system out there. USA comes at number 86. Now let me just tell you something. We hear a lot of negative stuff on the USA, on my channel and other these YouTube channels and stuff, but I'll tell you something. Trump is really making some huge changes. If he does away with the income tax and comes out with a tariff, and he can replace it with VAT, sales tax, and tariffs, the USA, it would be a terrific place. And I'll tell you something else, the dollar, I can already tell you is going to get stronger because of what he's done. But this is the key that you have to deal with, okay? I even saw a video right before I came over here. The Democrats are trying to take his Secret Service away because they say he's a criminal, he should be locked up. They don't listen to the voters too good. He not only won the electoral votes, he won the popular votes too. And they're just making themselves so unpopular from bad mouth and trying to put him, they're basically trying to kill him. They figure if they take his Secret Service away that that somebody will shoot him. I mean, they're just incredibly foolish in their mindset and thinking. They ought to be trying to change the way they're thinking, but they don't think like that. But the USA, if they changed and they get this debt paid off on the dollar, okay, the dollar debt, they get this thing paid off, and I think anybody's going to be any better. I don't think anybody's going to be any better than Elon Musk. This guy's, he's knocked everything out of the ballpark every time he touches it. If he can get the debt paid off, the U.S. would be just a phenomenal country. The problem that you've got, though, this is the issue right here, okay? Trump's only got 4 years left. The Democrats hate not having socialism. They love socialism. They love high taxes, okay? And most people in the USA don't pay taxes anyway. They don't make enough income, or they got enough credits, or this, that, and the other. So, you know, to them, it's not a big deal. That's why Trump never mentioned anything about eliminating the income tax before he got elected. That was smart, because the Democrats are always going to come out and say, yeah, but he's going to come out with a tariff or national sales tax, and all the taxes will go up against poor people and middle class. He waited until he got elected before he brought that out. The problem is, and he came up with a real good idea with the no tax on tips, overtime, or on Social Security. This is the key. 4 years from now, what's going to happen when the Democrats try to get back in again? Remember, they win the popular vote most of the time, and a lot of times they win the electoral vote. And if they get back in office, the tax comes right back in, okay? That's the problem, is I don't see the government switching to a consumption-based taxation system. I don't see them doing that. Even if Trump gets it turned over, it won't stay, okay? It will come back in play. And the only way you can really determine your taxes is you have to move to the place that you like the tax laws the best. That's the only way you can do it. Yeah, it's not going to work otherwise. So my whole thing is I would get a second passport as an insurance policy. Okay, and I would be looking at these type countries that I mentioned right here, and some of the fast track programs like St. Kitts, Antigua. That's what I would be looking for. Also, folks, if you can do us a real big favor, we do not monetize our channel, and it helps with the algorithm of our channel. If you like our channel, give us a thumbs up, and also don't forget the subscribe button on the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, or how to get a second passport as quick as 4 to 8 months, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. All right, number 9 is Estonia, Lithuania, and the UAE at 185. The UAE has a 9% corporate tax rate now. I had a company there for 4 years. I would not go back there. I'm not going to go through a video just on the UAE. You can look at my old videos. I saw a lot of people go over there after I was there. They didn't like it for pretty much the same reasons. Okay, it's one of the most expensive places to have a business as far as service fees go on your company, sponsorship fees. You can go in the free zone, but those fees are higher than local companies. When you add up the fees, whether it's a free zone company or a local type-based company, I'm going to tell you something. You can do it anywhere in the world cheaper than you can the UAE. Sure, they got a 9% corporate tax rate, but they're a lot better deal. St. Kitts, for instance, you got to go to Dubai to set up a company. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars. Forget the actual corporate tax of 9%. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars. Irregardless of that, my whole thing is, why don't you just go to a place where it's almost free to operate a business? St. Kitts, you can set up a company here, and it costs you, you're looking at, if you're a citizen here, you're looking at $185 a year for license fee, okay? You might say, well, Tom, I don't want to live in St. Kitts. Then don't live here. You don't have to live here. You can get your citizenship here, move somewhere else. You can have your company here and then not live here. I mean, that's another way you can do it, okay? I'm just giving examples there. But that's not a good place to go, and they don't allow dual citizenship either in the UAE. In 99.9% of the cases, I'm not going to get into that, I've got other videos on that, but most cases you will not qualify unless the Crown Prince picks the phone up and calls you and gets invited. They give you a passport. Then you're not having to give up your second passport in that instance. Otherwise, you've got to learn Arabic, and it's going to take you 30 years before you can get the passport. So I would mark that off your list. The other ones, Estonia, Lithuania, tax worldwide income. Lithuania's got fairly good, Estonia, both have fairly good taxes, but they both tax you on your worldwide income. I would stay away from them. Number 10 is Iceland, Latvia, and Slovakia at 184 countries. All of those countries tax worldwide income. Croatia's number 11 at 183 countries that you can go to either visa-free or visa-free on arrival. They tax worldwide income if you live there too. Liechtenstein and Malaysia, both tax worldwide income if you live there. It's very difficult to get the passport in Liechtenstein. Malaysia does not tax you on your worldwide income. It taxes you on remittance basis. They used to didn't tax you even if you remitted, but now they got a system similar to what Thailand's got. Next one I've got is actually pretty good, and that's number 13. It's Cyprus and Monaco. Now both of these I like them, and I'll tell you what. Cyprus has a non-dom system, but you do have to learn Greek now to get the passport. They used to didn't have that, but now you do have a requirement to do that. But you can get the passport. You can apply for it in about 6 years. Okay, so that's the great thing about that. But again, you're going to have that other language you're going to have to learn. It does allow dual citizenship. The other one, Monaco, the problem with Monaco, it doesn't allow dual citizenship. They don't have an income tax. They do have a very good passport, but you're going to have to give up all your other passports to get that passport. Number 14 is Bulgaria and Romania. Actually pretty good taxes, but they tax you worldwide income if you live there. That's the thing I don't like about it. But their tax laws are actually some of the lowest in Europe. And again, that's 177 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival that you can go to. Chile is number 15 at 175 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival that you can go to. Let me tell you what I don't like about Chile. Okay, Chile, I see so many YouTube videos of these guys. They never talk about the tax laws of Chile. They just throw it out there. Chile's got really bad tax laws, and they tax you on your worldwide income, and they got a strict tax police there. I would not go there, and you're also going to have to learn Spanish, and you're going to have to take a Spanish test to actually get the passport. Number 16 is San Marino in Argentina at 172 countries you can go to. Now, San Marino, they've got really good tax laws. The problem with it, it's going to take you 20 years of residency to get the passport, and they don't allow dual citizenship. So I would just cross it off your list. If they don't allow dual citizenship, I don't care what the tax laws are, just knock them off just like Singapore. That's what I would be doing. Andorra and Brazil is number 171. So in other words, number 17, but you can go to 171 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival. Andorra used to have no income taxes, okay? Now they tax you on your worldwide income. And Brazil heavily taxes you on your worldwide income if you live there. So I would not, both of these off your list. Andorra used to really have really good tax laws, but then the OECD started getting in, put all kinds of pressure on them, and they're right there in the middle of Europe, and they finally caved in. That was the problem. Hong Kong and Israel's at number 7. You can get number 18, but you can go to 170 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival. Hong Kong now is part of China. They don't allow dual citizenship. Israel has bad tax laws. Hong Kong actually has a territorial tax system somewhat. It's still in existence. They're gradually changing that. But Israel will tax you on your worldwide income. Hong Kong is something that you might want to look at if you're just looking for residency. But I always tell people, if you can't get the passport that on the passport that allows dual citizenship, just don't even go there. Just skip it and go to one that does. To me, that doesn't make sense why you'd want to do that. Number 19 is Brunei. Now, Brunei is, you can go to 166 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival. The problem with this one, it doesn't allow dual citizenship, and it's going to take you 20 years before you can apply for the passport. But they don't have a local income tax. That's one thing that's really nice about it. But again, like I said, if you want the passport, skip it. And they do have a good passport. That's one thing that's nice, but if they don't allow dual citizenship, just to skip it. All right, the last one I've got is one of the best on this list overall. It doesn't have as many visa-free countries as the other ones, but it does have a better passport than any of the fast-track programs in the Caribbean. It has more visa-free travel than any of the countries in the Caribbean, and that's Barbados. Barbados is dynamite. It's one of the best on this list here. I would put it up there with Ireland. Doesn't have the visa-free countries that Ireland's got, but Barbados allows dual citizenship. It's got a non-dom system, great weather. It's got everything. It's got even more than St. Kitts, except St. Kitts has a fast-track program and Barbados does not. You can apply for the citizenship in Barbados after just a few years of living there. But again, you can virtually, if you know how to spend your money, you don't bring in tons into the country, because they will tax you on a remittance basis if you go there as a non-dom. Don't be domiciled there, okay? And you can get the passport and still keep your non-dom system. Folks, if you want to know more how to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 4 to 8 months, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And folks, it would do us a big favor if you can hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here. You get new videos automatically as they come out. And again, give us a thumbs up on the screen here, and it will help on our algorithm, our channel. This video will get out to more people. We don't monetize the channel. This can help us out a lot if you can do that for us. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.